Thanks to supporters and channel member Kevin Wilcox. Oh my word, I don't think I've ever had a series line itself up so perfectly with what beautiful storytelling would be. Today, Real Madrid, quarterfinal of the Champions League. The team we managed when we won the Champions League, sort of, with temporary Kev. If we beat them, it's our previous club Norwich in the semi-final. It's all working itself up beautifully as a walk down memory lane to end the series, which should ultimately culminate in a Champions League final against Peterborough. I suspect they might not be in it, but everything else is working out perfectly. Hello, welcome to Club 6, Part 19 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have both legs of that Champions League quarter-final against Real Madrid, which really does have the potential to make me look like a right numbskull, because for about 5 episodes now, I've been talking about this being the final season, assuming we're going to win the Champions League, and we do have to get past a lot of Europe's top teams to get there. Real Madrid are going to be difficult. We know how good they are because we won the Champions League with them, or temporary Kev did. The team is still a very strong one, and they've still got Delgado in midfield, we know is wonderful. Damian is just finished third for Ballon d'Or, and they've got this weird back five system that, you know, might work, and then the best goalkeeper in the world in goal. They are going to be tough. Let's not make ourselves look like idiots, eh? That's the plan. So it is kickoff. So for a second there, I thought we hadn't moved forward to match day. We have moved forward to match day. So let's have a look at the team. This is the team that past Kev has selected for this match. It's Diego Henrique in goal. A back four of Locatelli, Stewart, Postorino and John. Idoloff and Tipple in midfield. Why is Drury not in midfield past Kev? Because he's injured. There you go. See, these are the things you find out when you load the game up for the first time in a couple of days. We've then got Ballo, Schultz and Boning supporting Luis Gustavo up front. So Drury's injured. Ruben isn't fully fit. And Benaday and Balogun, which we're not really bothered about, neither of them are registered. Other than that, this is everyone available, full strength team. Let's go do a football. Come on now. It's Dortmund versus Real Madrid. The passing of the baton. That's what we're looking for here. Gonzalo Delgado is Real Madrid captain now, which I guess is fair. He did come in and he was just a huge difference maker there. And they're actually playing a slightly different system. The flat midfield three in this away leg with Delgado, Bell and Bruno. All three of them, my boys, presumably with a view to control that central midfield where we've only got 2 players. Colin Schultz is probably going to have to drop a little bit deeper and occupy Bell / Delgado. I mean, any of them, really. Any of them can burst out of that midfield. And worryingly, the first couple of highlights have been Real Madrid attacks. This is, it's not a formation I'm particularly relishing playing with the way that we line up. You know how much I like to pick a system and then stick to my guns. But this system does look like it's set up quite nicely to counter what we do, because we're all about overloading those wide areas where they've got plenty of cover with a wide centre back, wide centre mid, wing backs, and their 3 at the back should be able to comfortably control 1 striker. We're really going to need that attacking midfield 3 to be on form today for us to break through. And there is the attacking midfield 3 combining. Ballo slotting the ball through to Luis Gustavo. He's just not going to miss. It's his 42nd goal of the season. The man is on fire, the hottest striker in European football, and he does it again. And it's a perfectly weighted pass from Ballo, Gustavo gets there slightly before Silva, dinks it over him. 1-0, lovely stuff. We'll just have more of that, please. I mean, it is very much against the run of play, but when you've got Gustavo up front, and to be fair, when you've got the attacking midfield 3 supporting him, there's always the chance of a breakaway goal. And if we get all 4 of them forward, of course, it then becomes our overload because we have 4 attackers against 3 defenders if they're committing men forward. And Luis Gustavo's in again here. I said he wasn't going to be missing. He has missed that one. It was another big opportunity, this time building up on the right-hand side through Boning and Schultz, and it ends up being blasted over. Still only the 3 shots in that first half. Real Madrid are going to be very frustrated with the scoreline, but probably feeling pretty comfortable about the tie as a whole at the moment. Bell's gone off injured just at half-time. They'll be happy to take a 1-0 defeat back to Spain, knowing that they can be a little bit more expressive attacking-wise at their own place, and that we have looked vulnerable and beatable. So I would really love a second goal on that basis. Norwich are 1-0 up away against Barcelona, a goal through my Real Madrid old boy Adeyemi scoring for Norwich. So Norwich are certainly doing their bit to try and get into that semi-final. I guess, to be fair, I guess we're doing our bit too. Right, we have lots of tired legs. Tipple can come off for Han. That's a relatively easy change. He's our oldest player, and we've got a like-for-like swap for him. Likewise, we've got a like-for-like swap for Boning in Salaba Labino. But from that point on, it becomes a little bit more tricky. I think we probably have to look at Locatelli, who is tired and on a yellow card. And we've got Diego Norberto as an easy replacement for him. So I think the three of those combined makes that the logical third change. I guess there's an argument for just making the two and then waiting and seeing what happens. But I think we need another goal. I'm going to encourage him. I would feel a lot more confident with a 2-0 win. Obviously, that's how football works. You're going to be more confident if you've scored more goals. But Real Madrid are pushing on. They've only got 3 men back there. And then it almost looks like a midfield diamond when it's in play. I mean, that's not what they're doing, but it's how it looks like it lines up. We can catch them with just those 3 back and break quickly and have that man over. We've got the opportunity. Han playing it out to Diego Norberto, who looking to beat his man and get the cross, and he does. And Salaba Labino has hit the crossbar. Silva was all over the place there. But that was great work. And you have to believe if it had been Boning who was in there, maybe things would have worked out differently. That's why it's starting to look like a diamond, because they've gone to the attacking midfielder with Bruno pushing further forward as they looked for a goal. They didn't manage to find one, but at 1-0, I am nervous going into that second leg. Chelsea have absolutely smashed Juventus 6-0. Barcelona ended up equalising against Norwich, so 1-1, very finely poised there. And then Moron, another regular name from the series, with a goal for PSG to beat Manchester City at 1-0. So Chelsea are already through. The other 3 ties. Let's go and play this game against Mainz off camera. Can we win the league here? So no, we can't. Good. So I don't need to show you that. I will play Mainz off camera, and then we will be back for the second leg against Real Madrid. Comfortable 2-0 win over Mainz leaves the league table looking like this. 4 games to go, 7 points clear. We've got that just about wrapped up, and now we need to go and do a job against Real Madrid. Diego Enrique in goal, a back 4 of Diego Norberto, Stewart, Posterino and John, Drury and Tipple in midfield, then Ballo, Schultz and Boning behind Luis Gustavo up front. Real Madrid are going to have to be a little bit more attack-minded in this match. I expect them to start with Bruno in that attacking midfield position rather than the flat 3, which should stop them controlling us as much as they did in that first game. That's exactly what they are doing. They've got Marina coming back in at the back as well, who of course fell out with me on my way out of the club. So that's going to be a very interesting one. He's a former Dortmund player as well. He's got double reason to want to ruin our fun. He's actually homegrown at Dortmund, came through our youth system. I stole him from there. I did try and sign him back when I first arrived here at Dortmund, and he refused to discuss terms with me because he didn't like me from my time at Real Madrid, despite me delivering him a Champions League win. So all the reasons for him to want to get one over me, but perfectly, I guess, the game has started with absolutely nothing going on. We're happy with this. We want nothing to happen. Diego Norberto has picked up a knock that's so severe that John has had to come over from right back to take a throw in on the left-hand side. We need to make that change. We've got Locatelli on the bench. I've just noticed Delgado's picked up an injury for them, which is even more significant. They are going to struggle without Delgado. Delgado being one of the best players in the world. Right, Norberto is going to come off. Locatelli is right there. There's no reason to keep an injured man on the pitch, so Locatelli can come on before halftime. There's no point waiting. Norberto is done by the looks of him. Bruno looks like he's dropped quite deep there, trying to play the ball over the top, but John's got it covered. And now Posterino's given the ball away. That's a big mistake from Posterino, but luckily Diego Enrique, the 3rd best goalkeeper in the world, is there to show the best goalkeeper in the world what he can do, and makes the save. It remains 0-0 at half-time, 1-0 on aggregate. This is all much tighter than I hoped it would be. Looking at the other scorelines, Juventus 0, Chelsea 0. Of course, Chelsea 6-0 up from that first leg. City beating Paris Saint-Germain. Norwich 2-0 up over Barcelona, with Delgado and Pedro Luis combining the way we've seen them do so many times before. So Norwich definitely doing their bit. They are looking good for that semi-final spot where they will face the winner of this game. Stewart playing it back to Diego Enrique after his interception, but that clearance is poor. Delgado picks it up in midfield. Lovely ball through from him, but the ball bobbles free in the area, and Damian is there to tuck away his 24th goal of the season. He has blossomed at Real Madrid since we plucked him from the obscurity of Bayern Munich's reserves, and we have given the ball away twice in this move, and we deserve everything we got. It is a good tackle from Postorino to stop Bruno, who looked like he was bearing down on goal. No luck our way, though, and it falls into the path of Damian. It's now 1-0 to Real Madrid on the night. 1-1 on aggregate. That's the first goal we've conceded in any competition in 10 games. I just got the Parked the Tank achievement on Steam. And Luis Gustavo, with a stunning header from the kickoff, makes it 1-1 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate again. What a header this is. There's no stopping this for Silva. John out on the right-hand side, looking all the time, looking for the cross. Just has to give himself that little bit of space, plays it across goal. And Gustavo, I mean, Silva's got no chance. It's such a perfect header down into the floor and then bouncing back up into the top of the net. 1-1. What an important goal. What I was saying is that was the first goal we'd conceded in 10 games. We obviously haven't lost for a long time, so we didn't want to pick up a defeat, and we weren't behind for very long at all. Although we have given the ball away again here. We are so sloppy defensively today. I'm not sure what's got into us. This is the back four that has done so well for so long, but Damian in particular is causing all kinds of problems. And I mean, we knew he was good. And Delgado is just, even though he's injured, spraying the ball around for fun. Damian's in behind again, and Henrique makes the save again. It feels like Damian's got another goal in him today. He shouldn't have a point to prove against me. I made that boy's career. Another save from Henrique, who is now playing out of his skin. And it's another corner. Delgado's going to aim for that near post again. Stewart heads clear, but not far enough. And it's back in the area. And this is tense right now. Real Madrid, they were the best team in the first leg. They've been the best team in this second leg as well. We just have the best player in the world at the moment, current Ballon d'Or holder, Luis Gustavo, and he is carrying us through this match currently. Thank goodness. Right, Schultz. And, I mean, Ballow's having a terrible game. Ballow's going to come off for Idoloff. I'm looking at Schultz now as well. And I think we bring on Han, push Drury forward, stick Han in there in the midfield. We've now got two midfielders, both capable of getting a tackle in. If need be, we can drop Idoloff back into a midfield three as well if things start to get really hairy. But at the moment, I'm happy. We're ahead in the tie. They have just brought on Thierry Small, who, of course, has a Champions League final goal under his belt for that time under temporary Kev Boning now. Hey, that's a penalty. Surely that's a penalty. This could seal the tie here. The question is, it's definitely a foul. It's whether or not it's inside the area. I am pretty confident we're getting a penalty awarded here, which is going to be a huge moment. It is a penalty. Oh, and it is a huge one. They've had to take off Delgado as well, who's nursed an injury through this entire match. Their best player's now off the pitch, and Luis Gustavo has scored to make it 2-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate, 44 goals for the season now for Luis Gustavo, and that should see us facing Norwich in tomorrow's semi-final of the Champions League. Oh my goodness me. What a story this season, this series is turning out to be. Idoloff is in behind to put the cherry on top. He can't. Silva is still the best goalkeeper in the world. You're not going to beat him with a tame effort like that to the near post. But we do have a corner here. Gustavo curling it in. Locatelli was forward because my corner instructions are still set up for Diego Norberto being there at left back. But we have won the game. Luis Gustavo picked up a knock right at the end, though, So that could be significant. But it looks like Chelsea are through, City are through, Norwich are through, and we are through. So it's going to be Chelsea against Manchester City in one semi-final, us against Norwich in the other one. Luis Gustavo's only out for a couple of days. That's fine. And we've got to do it all again tomorrow against another of our former teams. We also, I'd like to think, should be able to wrap up winning the league tomorrow. We've still, I'm talking as if tomorrow is a semi-final. I'm actually looking at this, thinking tomorrow is probably going to be the German Cup semi-final and winning the Bundesliga. And we'll be back on Monday for the Champions League semi-final because of how the fixtures have laid out. But either way, we have got some big matches to come. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.